Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today,
Well,
we're really unpacking something pretty wild that's been making waves. A proposal, a huge one, to buy Google Chrome.
yeah, it sounds almost like science fiction, doesn't it? An offer for, well, maybe the most used piece of software out there.
And the money involved is just staggering. Billions.
Absolutely. So for this deep dive, we're going to get into who exactly made this offer, why it's happening right now, especially with all the legal stuff swirling around Google, and, what this really means for tech. Critically, why is why is Chrome suddenly such a prize in this whole AI race? We want to help you cut through the headlines, really understand the details and the bigger picture of this, well, pretty surprising move.
Right. Our mission today, understand the forces behind this huge bid and what it signals for how we'll all access information online going forward. Okay, so let's unpack this. The company is Perplexity AI.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty young, right? Only 3 years old. Their CEO is Aravind Srinivas. And they seem to have a bit of a reputation already for audacious plays.
They do. You might remember they floated that idea, that merger with TikTok's U.S. side to sort of navigate those political headwinds.
Ah, yeah, I remember that. So this Chrome bid kind of fits their style then. Bold.
Definitely bold. And the offer itself is, well, it's massive. 3 lakh crore.
Which is what, in dollars?
That translates to about 34.5 billion U.S. dollars.
Wow.
And here's the kicker, that's more than double Perplexity AI's own valuation, which sits around $14 billion.
Double their own value. For
Well,
Chrome.
exactly. I mean, think about that. A 3-year-old company basically betting the farm and then some on one acquisition. It's clearly designed to make a massive statement.
Okay. So what are they saying? What's the strategy behind this huge gamble?
Well, their stated reasons are pretty straightforward, actually. They want that instant user base, billions of Chrome users overnight.
Right. Instant scale.
And it gives them a really powerful position in the fight and the escalating fight against AI rivals. They specifically called out OpenAI.
OpenAI. Okay, that makes sense in the current climate.
But this bid, it's also happening against a really crucial backdrop.
The legal troubles.
Exactly. Google's facing these mounting legal challenges in the U.S., allegations of monopolistic practices, specifically in online search.
Yeah, wasn't there a recent court ruling? Found they did hold an unlawful monopoly.
That's right, a major ruling. And it's even gotten to the point where the U.S. Department of Justice has suggested, as a possible remedy, that Google might have to sell Chrome.
So Chrome, that would be seismic for the internet.
Huge. Now, Google, for their part, they're pushing back hard. They say the market is competitive, and they've signaled they're going to appeal this whole thing.
Though this isn't happening tomorrow.
Oh, definitely not. Any kind of forced sale, if it even gets that far, could take years. It could easily wind its way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. It's incredibly complex, very time-consuming.
And critically, I mean, Google hasn't actually said Chrome is for sale, right?
Not at all. Zero public indication, which really makes you wonder about the immediate feasibility of Perplexity's offer, however attention-grabbing it is.
Okay, so let's talk money then. This $34.5 billion. Where's it coming from? Perplexity isn't worth that much.
Right. So Perplexity claims they have unnamed investment funds lined up, ready to finance the whole thing.
Unnamed funds. Details a bit scarce.
Very scarce at this point. But, Perplexity isn't starting from zero. They do have some credibility here. They've already raised about $1 billion from some big names.
Like who?
Nvidia, SoftBank, major players. So they have attracted serious investment already.
Okay, so they have some financial backing. Now, what are they promising if they did somehow get Chrome?
Well, according to a term sheet that Reuters apparently saw, they've made some specific pledges. They say they'd keep Chromium, the open source code behind Chrome, freely available. That's important.
It keeps the open source nature.
They've also committed to investing $3 billion into Chrome over 2 years.
Injecting cash.
And maybe the most interesting pledge: no changes to Chrome's default search engine.
No changes. So it would likely stay Google search by default.
That seems to be the implication.
And how does that tie back to their strategy? Why make these promises?
Well, think about the optics. Perplexity is positioning this whole thing as a move to protect user choice, to boost competition in search.
So they're framing it in a way that directly addresses the concerns of the antitrust regulators looking at Google.
Precisely. It aligns their narrative very neatly with what those regulators are worried about. Clever positioning.
Interesting. But are they the only ones thinking about Chrome this way?
Apparently not, and this is where it gets even more fascinating. Court testimony from earlier this year, it came out that OpenAI,
The ones Perplexity mentioned as rivals.
The very same. OpenAI and also Yahoo apparently explored the possibility of buying Chrome too.
Wow. So multiple big players have at least thought about acquiring Chrome from Google.
It certainly seems that way. It shows just how valuable that piece of digital infrastructure is seen to be.
And wasn't there something about OpenAI approaching Google before for API access?
Yes, back in 2023, OpenAI wanted access to Google's search API for ChatGPT. Basically, a way for ChatGPT to tap into Google's real-time search results.
And Google said,
Google said no, rebuffed them.
which makes OpenAI's potential interest in buying Chrome itself even more significant,
Yes.
doesn't it? If you
Well,
can't partner, maybe you try to acquire.
Exactly. It highlights the strategic importance. Deny direct API access, maybe acquiring the browser itself felt like another route to that crucial search data and user interaction.
So why is Chrome so valuable right now, especially in this AI context?
It comes down to access. Owning Chrome gives you a direct pipeline to billions of users.
Billions.
And crucially, their search traffic. What people are looking for in real time, that is absolute gold for training AI systems.
Right, the data feed for AI models.
It's not just the volume, it's the intent. You see what users need, what they're curious about moment to moment. Owning the browser means you essentially own the front door to the internet for a massive chunk of the population. That's incredibly powerful for building smarter, more responsive AI.
So given all of this, the legal situation, the rival interest, the AI angle, what's the actual likelihood of this Perplexity deal happening?
Well, industry analysts are pretty skeptical, to put mildly.
They don't think Google would ever sell willingly.
It seems highly unlikely. Chrome isn't just some side project for Google. It's absolutely central to their own AI strategy, their advertising business, everything.
It's deeply integrated into their core operations.
Absolutely. So a voluntary sale.
Yeah.
Very, very improbable.
So for now, this Perplexity bid remains a long shot,
Definitely a long shot.
but still significant.
Oh, absolutely. Even if it doesn't happen, this whole situation, this audacious bid, it really throws a spotlight on the incredibly high stakes in this big tech race for AI dominance. It just underscores how critical controlling user access points and the data that flows through them has become.
So wrapping up then, we've got this surprising, maybe symbolic bid from Perplexity AI for Chrome. We've got the serious legal pressures mounting on Google regarding its market power.
Right.
And underlying it all, this intense competition between AI giants like OpenAI, Google, and newcomers like Perplexity, all vying for data and user reach.
Exactly. It's a fascinating convergence of factors.
And so maybe a final thought for you, our listener, to chew on.
Yeah, imagine for a second, what if? What if a huge part of Google's empire, like Chrome, did end up in the hands of an AI startup like Perplexity or maybe even OpenAI? How would that change the internet as you experience it every day? What kind of new innovations might we see? Or perhaps what new kinds of monopolies might emerge?
It really makes you think about how fluid power can be in the tech world, doesn't it?
It certainly does. A lot to consider.
Definitely keep thinking about those implications and keep exploring how AI continues to reshape, well, pretty much everything in our digital lives.